so I've put the old subframe up, and that's the original brush subframe. And there's a couple of things I want to keep in mind when I'm fitting this tank. I want to have this gap even, exactly even all the way throughout, so so it doesn't look like it doesn't go down or it doesn't go up at the back here. So it actually has to go a little bit lower on the back. The other thing, obviously, the angle of this seat. I want to keep it similar to the original. So it's going to be something like this, except this seat will be about an inch lower. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to start chopping off bits and pieces and get this subframe to kind of match to what I'm looking for, and then I'll weld up something to match this, except from tubes. That's the plan anyway. So yeah, let's see how I get on. Okay, so look, I decided I'm going to chop all this, so I'm going to chop these off. I'm going to cut that there because that's kind of the simplest for the moment. I'm going to chop this thing off. Really anything that's in my way, so we'll get going. No power. This guy. It's already looking sportier. I might leave that for the moment, it mightn't impact me much. Okay, let's have a look at that on the bike. Okay, so it's a bit smoky in here after all that chopping, but that looks like a good angle. There is a small problem I'm having. There's this little section here, lots of doing, kind of a gap. So I may have to adjust the seat a little bit to kind of make it sit into the tank a little bit more, but I'll do that after. So I'll just have a look if I can manage that square to round conversion. That would be an easier job. Otherwise I have to go all the way back to the front and weld the whole thing. But I'll have a look at this now and see what I can do with this. Okay, so I don't have a facility for tube bending here. So what I did was I bought 2 tubes. One fits inside the other, and that gives it a bit more strength and a bit of meat, as you can see there. So what I did was I basically chopped off a little inch of it, shoved it in, made the second one square, and I just want to see the transition from the square to the round. Actually isn't going to look that bad. I could take down some of this edging a little bit and weld it up. Obviously I need the chamfer both sides as well, so, but actually it doesn't look that bad. I might take it down then much earlier on the bike and chop it by the tank somewhere and put in my round tubing, and then it's a nice straight run. So yeah, I think this is gonna work. Okay, so what I decided to do is to do my little transition here somewhere. So I'm going to keep that section there for the moment. One leg. Let's do the other. Okay, so this is the plan. This is what I'm going for. I'm gonna end up with a round and make that a square. Except this is gonna be quite longer, and it's gonna go straight into this. So that, as you see, more or less. Anyway, it did fit the other section, so I just need to adjust it. But that's gonna go in here, and it's gonna push in all the way. And that also gives me a bit more meat for welding. So that's the plan. So let's get shot. That's one. Makes it similar enough size. Okay. Chuck it for a minute, see how I get on with this one. So, what I did earlier, I basically measured my opening. So what I'm doing is I'm squeezing this bit, 20 mil. I'm compressing the tube to go to the same size. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to take a bit of edge off it. Almost. Definitely going to this one. Let's have a look. Just to kind of see how far I've gone off the other one. So it's gone a good bit in. If nothing else, that's going to hold just on the strength of that. So if the weld doesn't hold, this will definitely hold it. Last thing you want is a subframe collapsing. So let's have a look. So that's my tube. Now, I might actually take that out of it. Grab another one. Oh yeah, I wanted to chamfer this a little bit. That'll do. That doesn't look too bad at all, and it's super strong. I mean, there's that much tube inside there, you're never going to bend that. And once I weld in something across here as well, that'll do the job. Right, I'll just have to do the same on the far side. Okay, so the easy bit is done. Now I'm going to have to chop the seat to go around the tank. So wish me luck on that. So I think I'm just going to grind this off. Okay, I'll keep going at this until I get it right. Okay, so I took away a good chunk of that seat material, and I just need to kind of level that off before I can make a judgment call where to put my hoop. And I toyed with the idea of using something like this to hold up the subframe, but then I thought about it and I said, well, if this is adjustable and this has a kind of a motion, there might be some kind of side play. So I'm going to scrap that, and I'm just going to do what I was going to do originally. Just put that pipe in there. I have to do another one of these square because I want to reuse this angle here, and yeah, and then I can do the same thing here. Once it's painted up, you actually won't see the difference, and obviously I'm going to have to probably remove this because that fairing isn't going to be there anymore unless I do something else here. I don't know. I'll have a look. But the seat is almost there. It has to be pushed in ever so slightly more. I have to drill a new point for the seat to go in and kind of get bolted on, and then that's it. It's actually going to bolt to the mount, to the tank mount. So this is going to push in. It's going to bolt onto the tank mount, and then yeah, that'll be yeah. So anyway, I'm scrapping this. I'm just going to go with the welding. Okay, so as you can see, I did the same as I did here. I put a sleeve in and I beat that in, and there's a kind of a small angle, but that's because the seat actually follows that contour. So I'll put the seat on, and I'll show you what it looks like, and I think that's it for this evening. And I'll do the bottom piece tomorrow maybe. Alright, so this is what it kind of looks like with the seat on. Now I haven't got the seat finished yet, but that's kind of more or less it. Like I said, I'm going to do those little arms tomorrow maybe, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's actually turned out pretty good. I just have to get the angle of that seat 100% right. So what I might do is might put the back wheel on. Well, not sit on it, but pretend I'm sitting on it just to make sure that the seat is at the right angle. But all in all, yeah, quite a good bit of work. Now, I've done no welding yet. I've just kind of, like I said, I shoved in those little sleeves to kind of match everything up, and now I can weld it once I know everything is right. Like it's actually quite tricky because you've got everything flexing this way, and then you've got the up and the down, and then you've got the length. So there's a lot of things changing there. That's why I think it's quite helpful that I left this piece in, because at least that meant that this section here is spot on. That's not flexing on me or moving. So yeah, so I'm going to leave that in for the moment. I'm going to have to put some crossbars in here to make sure that there is no side flex, but I'll do that from the tubes I have. But yeah, all in all, it's kind of it's taking shape now. Yeah, and if the weather is good tomorrow, I'll paint the rest of the tank.